91 inches. Southwest wind at 5 miles an hour. It's 65 degrees, and the weather was sponsored by the Marine Center.
This hour's top story, a new poll shows Daniels leading Kernan in the governor's race.
Do you have headphones? You okay?
Do we need these? Are we going to?
Hey, Big John. It's up to you.
This afternoon,
If you want to, it might mess your hair up.
Oh, yeah. That'd be a tragedy.
Low tonight, 62.
Here we go.
The Morning News with Jeff Pigeon, Terry Stacy, and Vince Welch Sports.
Thanks, guys. 7:09 here at WIBC. This is Terry Stacy. Jeff Pigeon is on vacation. He'll be back on Monday. This morning, we have Mitch Daniels here. He's out and about all over the state of Indiana. And leading WIBC News, we just heard this new independent poll that has you ahead of Governor. And we also noticed that there's a lot that aren't sure yet. There's a high percentage. But what do you think about polls? What do you make of this? When you hear this information this morning, what do you think?
Well, they've all been very encouraging, but I'm not paying much attention. I think they'll bounce around. The poll that matters is the one the guys and I take every day, and that's on the streets of cities and towns around Indiana, and we're getting an enormous amount of encouragement there.
Marina Angelo is here too. Marina, this is your first time to meet Mitch.
It is, and I kind of had a serious question this morning to ask Mitch. I thought maybe it'd be appropriate, but on the rising healthcare cost issue in Indiana.
There's a human cost
Absolutely.
to our bad health in Indiana. There's an economic cost too. We have to start by trying to speak to our fellow citizens every way we can about taking better care of themselves. We have to make health insurance, of course, more affordable. I think we have to encourage our companies, and many of them are doing this on their own right now, to reward fitness and even make it possible for their employees to practice preventive health.
When we come back, we're going to head out to the RV. We're going to check out the RV. I don't know that there's any place left for anybody to sign, but I'm going to try to get my name up there. And we'll also talk to him about his 162 slices of pie that he has consumed over the last, and tenderloins. He's had 62 tenderloins all over the state. We'll talk to him about that and more right here on 1070 WIBC.
The exclusive.
Right after Marina talks about health and, real good. Yeah.
I had to put that in there right after the health thing. I forgot about the tenderloins.
The next edition of the map, we better put how many thousands of miles I ran then, huh?
You just scribbled it out.
That's a good idea.
Hi, everybody.
It's like the, the Today Show.
It is like the dog is even barking.
Is there any spot that's available for signatures?
Oh yeah, if you're creative. Look here, a young lady up in, I think this was up around Muncie, Laura, thought about this step which comes out when you open the door.
Yeah. Oh,
They've started moving to the doors, the windows.
What about the roof?
Yeah, people have been up there. Here, let me show you my girls.
Also
One of the smartest ones, right up here between the V and the O.
Oh, there it is. Go, Dad.
Oh, that's awesome. Also, I see that we've run some raffles and donated to charity, which is a great part of what you do. About 210 times?
No, that's $210.
$210.
I drew my own number. The one and only time I bought a ticket in one of these split the pot things, Yes. I drew the number, they called it out, nobody answers. I thought, oh no. And I reach around, grope around, come up with my ticket.
And it was you.
Yeah, you don't keep the money under those circumstances. So the local Boys and Girls Club made 210.
He's our man, Mitch.
We got markers and we got a ladder over here. Up high is actually where there's the most space.
Okay. Oh, I've got to go higher.
Adam, a little help here.
Okay, wait a minute. You're not going to let me fall, are you?
Nope, you're fine.
Okay, I'm good. That wouldn't be good.
Now leave some room for other people, Terry. We got.
Put your IBC on. There you go. Atta girl.
All right, we'll do a little advertising for the station.
Sure.
This is just like the video. It looks.
What did you think that was? You think that was a set?
I thought maybe it was a set.
No.
You got a freezer working.
Does that mean we can't use the microwave anymore?
When you travel around to so many of these small towns, do you find that people want to talk sports? Because in small communities, the local sport, the high school sports, it's big stuff. Oh, absolutely. And we go as often as we can. A lot of times, if we got a few minutes, we went to some high school sectional baseball. I got to do a little color commentary during the Richmond-Muncie Central game. Oh, very nice. Was that at McBride Stadium in Richmond?
No, it was over, actually, they were playing in Anderson, weren't they, Adam?
Yep.
And it was a great game, and certainly the highlight of my one-day broadcasting career. On my way out, there was a kid from Muncie just had them baffled, and it was 6-0 during the time I was on the air. But On my way out, this is Richmond Station I'm on. Guy says, well, I hope you brought the devil some luck. And I said, Brian, I just noticed in the the balls and strikes ratio has gone against this guy, and we've seen a couple hard hit balls. I think you guys are going to score some runs. Pick up the paper the next morning. They came back and won the game 8-7.
Very nice. Do you feel as though you have to be on all the time? I would think that would be tiring.
Oh, some days get long, but I've had a great time doing this. I'm a rookie, never did it before. It always looked like fun to me, but you don't know till you try.
Terry is getting a close-up of your ear there. Do you, when you
I'm a little uneasy.
Yourself...
She's been plying me with this ginkgo juice, whatever I'm drinking here. This dragon stuff. It says ginkgo, ginseng, and something I never heard of.
I think it's for memory.
It
is for your memory. And before you go, I want to ask you, Mitch, because we were just talking about this. You're such a snappy dresser, and you go through the dork check before you go out the door.
Yeah, well, that's when you have 4 daughters. You get vetted pretty well, and I'm frequently sent back for repairs by one of the girls.
I think you look good.
Mitch Daniels, candidate for governor. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah, Mitch, my man, Mitch. A great slogan, easy to remember, and thanks for coming in, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, look for the RV rolling down a road,
near you. Yeah,
it's 8 o'clock at 1070 WIBC.
Live.
Well, I don't know where they all came from.
I don't really know
Blair.
what they
Nice to meet you.
Blair? Hi, Blair. Nice to see you.
60 seconds away, we'll talk to Mitch Daniels, who's running for the governor. For the governor.
Mitch Daniels?
All right, it is 8:07 on the Billy and Marco Show on your finally Friday edition of the show, ladies and gentlemen. We're very happy now. Yesterday we had the governor in the House, and we're very politically correct here at the radio station, especially on the Billy and Marco Show. So if you have the governor on, you have to have the guy running against the governor.
We're trying to be that way. It's Mitch Daniels here in the House.
Mitch Daniels.
Good morning, Mitch.
My man, Mitch.
Well, let's be clear. I invited myself.
Well, that's what a good candidate will do.
Now, educate us a little bit. You're running on the Republican ticket?
That'd be right.
Okay. Now, so the Republican, I have to ask you this real quick. Have you seen Fahrenheit 9/11 yet?
Have not.
All right.
Don't waste your money.
Yeah. Michael Moore is a joke. I've never seen a more one-sided documentary. I love how any fact that he wanted to come up with, it probably took him months, actually, to find somebody to say some of these things.
He's entitled to a point of view, but I checked out some of his earlier work. He's just not an honest guy.
Not an honest guy.
Yeah. You are actually favored a little bit, so good luck. And I know you're not going to say yes or no either way, but you're favored, and I guess we'll see voting time. But you're a very cool guy. You seem to, and you have a wife. You married?
Oh yeah.
And kids?
4 best-looking girls you'll never get near.
Well, I'm already married.
Oh, all right.
This guy right here, you may have a problem.
Challenges, huh? Yeah. Governor wants to play basketball. Mitch wants to hide his daughter. Mitch, thank you.
Yeah, see you.
Good luck,
have a great weekend.
All right, there you go. That's Mitch. He's running for the governor of Indiana. Now, listen, if you make it, you got to invite us to the governor's mansion now. Come on.
Absolutely.
Shoot. That's all right. Go ahead.
What's most on the minds of Hoosiers is how do we get jobs and income back up in this state? We fell further and harder than almost any state in America, and while the rest of the nation is in a roaring recovery right now, we're basically been standing still. No job growth in the first 6 months of this year, and there's been 1.3 million created nationally. So that's the main thing, and people are right. If we can begin to achieve the true economic potential of this state, which is far greater than our recent performance, we can get the bills of state government paid, we can begin to do the new things in education and in highways and in other services that Hoosiers need and deserve. Indiana is very far behind other states in developing what are called brownfields. These are old industrial sites. Many of them are really primed for new investment. They tend to be well located. They tend to be near concentrations of workers. And usually they're in places where we really need new jobs, inner cities particularly. What holds people back from making new investment there quite often is the uncertainty about lawsuits. We need to do what other states have done and have an aggressive program that protects a new buyer who is innocent from getting sideswiped by a ruinous lawsuit later on. The other one has to do with specifically with minority-owned businesses. I'm on my way, by the way, to what I think is one, the Riviera restaurant, right your direction. For no good reason, the state of Indiana is about 2 years behind in certifying minority businesses, and this is just totally needless. I used to try to help minority businesses when I was at Eli Lilly and Company, and there is a very credible organization that certifies that a business like, let's say, the Riviera is truly minority-owned. And if their word is good enough for Cummins and for Anthem and for Ford, then it ought to be good enough for the state of Indiana. And we could clear this backlog almost immediately. A lot of these businesses have already gone through the private sector process, and then the state makes them go do it all over again. And we just need to do all we can to encourage the advancement of African Americans and Latinos and our other minority citizens. Otra vez? ¿Su nombre otra vez? Ah, mil gracias, señor.
Muchas gracias. ¿Cómo está usted?
Estoy más o menos bien, pero tengo mucho hambre.
¿Mucha hambre?
Ah.
Mire, aquí podemos darle capaz.
No he desayunado.
¿No has desayunado?
No.
Hi, young man.
This will be quick because I'm starving, but I do want to say hi.
Over there and eat.
I'm gonna.
We're gonna do the same thing.
You know, 9:30. I gotta have breakfast. I can go the rest of the day, but.
Oh, I'll tell you one thing. You picked a good place to eat.
Everybody told us that.
We don't stop here, or we don't come down here very often.
Everybody told me that.
Make sure this is on our list.
The first thing we got to do is get more jobs and income in the state so we can spread the tax problem around more.
I agree.
The reason your taxes go up, a big reason, is there's fewer people to spread them to, or less income, not enough businesses making enough money and so forth. And obviously, we got to make sure they're not spending money on things that we don't have to do.
Right.
Chava, este es el señor candidato para gobernador del estado, Mitch Daniels.
Buenos días, señor.
Gusto en conocerlo.
Mucho gusto.
Me llamo Salvador.
De El Salvador.
Sí, por México.
Ah, ya. Oh, su nombre es Salvador.
Sí, Salvador, sí.
No.
Radio 96.3, World Class Rock, 18 in Life. That one came off the rock line by suggestion. I don't think I've played that song in probably 10 years.
Knock, knock.
Hey, how are you?
Just came to say hi. Mitch Daniels, I'm out running for governor of the state.
I'm Kelly. Very nice to meet you.
Hiya, Kelly. How's business? How's the station doing?
Great.
Good.
This is
Mitch Daniels.
My man, Mitch.
Hey, how you doing?
I don't know, are we going to chat or?
You want to?
Yeah,
You can just do that and get out of your way.
World Class Rock, Santana there, and winning, and I'm sitting next to a guy who's hoping to be winning. Mitch Daniels is here with me. How you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you.
You're running for governor, right? That's what I hear?
That's the rumor.
Why do you want to be governor?
Yeah.
Doesn't it just seem like a big headache? I don't understand the...
I confess there's been a few weak moments when I've asked myself the same thing. I've never run for office before.
Yeah.
And, but I tell you, the honest answer is, if our state, I thought we're in good shape, we had the jobs and income we needed, if all the young people who wanted to build a life here felt they had that opportunity, and if state government were being well run, I wouldn't have done this. I'd still be in business somewhere. But, I look at it, you got to look at the upside of that. There's I think we can do a lot better than we're doing, and be a very fulfilling thing if we were able to make some real progress. Well, hey,
Daniels,
howdy.
welcome to the Bartholomew County 4-H Fair.
Thanks for having us out.
We're glad to have you.
Well, let's see what we can see.
You want to see a cow pie bingo?
Well, of course I do. Give me the basics.
What we do is
how many players, and was there a time limit on this, or what happens?
Well, whenever the cow decides to go. The cow sets the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
I mean, like if you don't have to bring out a backup cow if the first one is just not in the mood.
No, we wait.
All right. How much does it go for?
$10.
Seemed like a bargain.
It's the Lincoln Central Neighborhood Family Center and the Bartholomew County 4-H Fair. Thank you. Thank you. And there's Snowball. The first place she goes wins $5,000.
Girl, it's 814. So you actually sold how many chances on it?
Sold somewhere around 700.
You're gonna make a reasonable margin on this venture.
We're gonna do all right.
Smart business.
Anything to get people out to the fair.
Smart business. I whispered right in her ear. I know she's headed for it.
I said she's a Democrat and she's going to vote for you.
Oh, yeah. I
She's on the line. Are you there, baby? Just say hi, Renee, for me, would you?
I don't call her baby, though, do I?
Yeah, I call her baby.
Yeah. Renee, eh? Well, it's going great right now. I'm watching we're all waiting expectantly for a cow to unload on the right bingo square. You know all about this? This is called cow pie bingo, and some lucky guy, and I hope it's me, wins $5 grand if the cow deposits on your square.
What's your number?
814. I got 13 here. I got 12. Keep an eye on her tail. If it moves, let me know.
I'll give you a heads up.
13. Found everything.
I think we drew numbers that don't exist.
I know. I think
they're gonna be there.
That's why she's not going. I whispered a number in here that she can't find. 841.
Oh, there it is.
Where'd you go?
You're right down here.
You found it?
Well, I found it. Incidentally, who's the judge? What if it like falls on the line somewhere, huh?
Okay, it falls on the line.
Yeah? Is that a foul, or
no,
so to
we
speak?
scoop it out with a little trowel.
Cut it and weigh it?
Really?
And we weigh it. The heaviest part wins.
So she's been in for 33 minutes so far.
Well, she's pointed the right direction. Would you guys please make enough noise that she heads for that corner over there? Now, does Kendra have a ticket on this action?
This is Kendra's cow. She's not eligible.
Is it? Hey, we're in motion here. Come on. Mm-hmm. Whoop. A pause for fuel.
We're still waiting.
We got visiting the fair otherwise then? And
Yeah, we've been in.
just for this.
Well, I must admit, this is a very powerful attraction, but it's not the only reason we came. I think she's milking this opportunity, so to speak. It's actually kind of not too far from my territory here.
We are hoping that she is going to go any minute.
No, but I'm happy to report that Snowball is down in my precinct right this minute. You know, if she'd just stop and perform, we might be able to buy some more advertising down here.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes?
If we are moving to go to college, do we have to re-register?
No, you can vote here, although you may need to do absentee.
Oh, did it do it? It's going.
You mean we have a winner?
Well, we tried to be there on time.
Howdy.
Welcome to Greensburg. I'm Gene.
Hi, Gene.
Mitch.
Nice seeing you.
The Greensburg radio station.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Livestock auction is going on now.
Right there, come on, 150.
One of the new topics that I did want to ask you about is a little bit of a controversy. It's been kicked around before, and that is the possibility of an Indiana State Department of Agriculture.
Well, you might notice I'm wearing a Farm Bureau hat right now, and
we know where they stand.
Largely their idea. I've talked to them and the NFU and others about this. It has a lot to recommend it. I mean, here's what's for sure. Agriculture can be a lot bigger part of our state's economy, I believe, than it is now. We ought to be making more money and higher margins in agriculture, and it's been paid no attention at all for years. And that's what gave rise to this idea. So we will have a commissioner of agriculture who is a big leaguer, and that person will have direct access to me. We need faster permitting. We need really to be on the offensive. Anybody who looks at what we have said about the future of our state's economy knows I'm going to pay personal attention to it, in addition to whoever's the commissioner or secretary maybe of agriculture. And I'll give you, for instance, we ought to grow a lot more livestock in this state than we do. We could probably produce nearly twice as many hogs as the 5.3 million that we raised last year. That'd be a lot more, I always say, there's a lot more margin in a hog than the corn you fed him with. And of course, we'd also have a market for a lot more corn. So we got to get on this. And if a department will help get us there, I'm all for it.
How does agriculture fit in with urbanization and land use and so forth in your eyes?
I think they go hand in hand. We got to be smart about this and protect our best farmland. But you know, on the one hand, a stronger, more prosperous agricultural sector is the best hope a lot of our towns have, our smaller towns have, and vice versa. I know a very smart mayor down in southern Indiana who says to me, I'm mayor, he says, my job as mayor is to save the family farm. And what he means is, when he can develop enough of those off-farm jobs that allow people to keep their land and to continue farming at even at a modest or middle size of operation.
All right. Well, that's very encouraging. I want to welcome you again to Decatur County, and have a good day.
We have a good day every time we're in Greensburg or Decatur County, and I know today will be no different.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah. Why is she weeping?
Our granddaughter had the grand champion Mara, and she is so crushed. It's just really difficult.
She had the champion, but you mean she sold her?
Yes.
Well, where is she? Did I see her walking him around during the sale?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And all that work, and now he's gone, huh?
This is Mitch Daniels.
Hi. And you had the champ.
Yeah.
Oh, now you're sad though.
Yeah.
Well,
This
sure.
is Morgan, her little sister.
Well, hello,
she had
Morgan.
To reserve lamb.
Oh, good. But anyway, hey, nice work. Congratulations. But I know you got all that work and all that time and.
Really got attached to it. Really got attached to it.
Well, sure.
But it pays off. So.
Yeah. Well, congratulations anyway, and you know, he's fulfilling his role in life.
That's right. That was what he was put here for.
That's what he was put here for, and he did a darn good job, and so did you.
Thank you.
All right, congratulations. Nice to meet you all. Now, that's a nice looking fairgrounds. Hello.
My name's Erica Pelvis.
Hi, Erica.
I'm here 4-H, and I was wondering if you could take a picture by.
Of course, Erica, I'd love to. Yo, Ben, you got the camera with you? We got to get a picture of Erica's sheep. Yeah. Work on your reading, all right? It's the most important thing of all. If you can read, then you can learn all the other stuff. If you can't read.
I'm good at math.
Are you good at math? This is good.
Just working on a little column here on the importance of candidates getting out to events like the fair.
Oh, yeah. Well, we hit 3 of them today.
Yeah.
That tells you our attitude.
You think they're important?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's, you know, I've got 13 months of you know, face-to-face, town-to-town travel behind us, and so that's my evidence that I think it's real important. It's as you know, it's faded out of American politics. Our way of going about this is principally about being a better governor. It's secondarily about being a more successsul candidate. To get in this, you have to win in some category, right? And then you got to come show everything. Is that the deal, right? So who are you really impressed with here? Who's showing well?
One, Fiona head dog.
Yeah, I was kind of watching one. He seemed to be in firm control there. I learn something everywhere I go. Isn't that the kind of thing you can learn these days from the satellite with infrared or whatever they're using?
Well, we're using multispectral infrared.
Yeah.
We're able to define plant management much more effectively with that than doing grid sampling.
Right, but it's the, as I understand it, it's to increase the precision of application of your inputs.
It's trying to, it's trying to raise the maximum.
Find out where you really need it and don't have enough, and then so you save the money where you don't need it, and like that.
What are your polls showing? You ahead of O'Connor?
Yeah, everybody's, you know, we're not taking polls, but everybody else is, and then we've been ahead in all of them for the last little stretch, which is pretty unusual. I mean, because I'm still not as well known as he is. I mean, he's been running for office for 20 years. Continuously, yes, he has, and I've never run for anything.
Your grand champion showman this year, Jordan Conley.
Melissa? It's almost a dress. It's long enough to be a dress. Wear it where all the grown-ups will see it, okay? Don't just wear it for pajamas. You out here competing or just enjoying?
Just enjoying. Come to visit my grandson. We live down south in Odin, Indiana.
And where, Odin?
Down Odin.
Yeah, I've been down Odin 2 or 3 times. Let's see, who's my friend that runs the newspaper? John Myers.
Yes,
Yeah?
know him very well.
He's here to sell his hog tonight, so.
What do you think she'll bring?
Probably 200. Something.
Big bucks, huh?
Yeah, buy next year's pig.
Oh, all right. I never saw a My Man Mitch balloon. Where'd that come from? Oh.
Say good luck. So you got our vote, boss.
All right.
Well, we just want to stop and tell you good luck.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Well, tell all your friends and neighbors.
Phil? Oh, yeah, Mitch. Good to see you. Hey, Mitch.
Hi.
Good to see you again.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Come on in. We'll go this
One moment. Mitch Daniels, my name.
Hi.
Nice to see you. Hi, ma'am. Mitch Daniels. Nice meeting you. And what's your name?
Colleen Carpenter.
Ms. Carpenter, nice to see you. The average diabetic now, is there a healthy trend line in terms of more frequent monitoring and so forth, or
we will need hairnets and glasses as we go in. So grab them.
You got more people being diagnosed, which is good.
Yes.
But is the average, what's the average number of tests per day on the whole population of diabetics? Is it going up?
No, it's stable right now.
Yeah. We can supply about 60% of the world from either facility.
of your world demand?
We develop the process, understand what the product needs, and then we'll partner with companies all over the world to bring the technologies in.
What's the extent, if any, of the variability? Will every strip off this line be identical to the last?
The final product will vary within plus or minus about 10%. And really all we do here is we're prepping the material with the surface preparation in order to allow the chemistry to spread easily.
I'm looking at, in any one column here, I'm looking at, what, about a dozen strips?
Yep.
What's your percentage of loss?
We end up with right about 95% of finished strips coming out. So it's a pretty high yield.
You do all the manufacturing end to end?
We use optical character vision systems to read every label to make sure every piece of information in the labeling is legible and accurate.
Obviously, these machines, I know, are almost infinitely flexible, but what you're really altering here is label for country? For country.
Yep.
You all work in the same group?
He's in the environmental department,
yes.
Safety department.
Well, congratulations. You guys have had a very strong run lately.
Yeah.
So more fun to analyze the competition when you're beating them, isn't it? Yeah. 2 barrels, you know. These. But don't you trust each? Oh, that's John's. Oh, okay, all right.
Curtis used to be on the board with you at the Oaks.
Oh, Curtis is that right? How's he doing?
He's doing good.
Tell him I said hello.
I told him, I said, guess who's gonna be a Rose?
Tell him I said hello. I haven't seen him for, I don't know, probably 3 years.
I know, we were pretty excited about you. So. It's the first time we ever put a sign in our yard.
Well, thank you.
Cheese.
Cheese.
I guess saying roast doesn't really work, does it?
I have 4 daughters, like 3 of them graduated IU. How can I keep them in the state when they keep getting offers to go out?
Well, we just have to generate at least an equal. Let me ask you this. If they had an equal offer in the state, all else equal, would they like to be here or would they like to leave?
I bet they would stay here.
Yes. Over and over I hear this.
I've been here for 15 years, and before then I was with IDEM on the staff.
Where are you?
And so I still know some folks there, but I think their biggest problem is they don't have any real world experience outside the regulatory environment. That's true for the state as well as the federal APA, and I don't know quite how you get around that with the salary situation, but that's something maybe someone will look at.
I'm sure there's some excellent people there, and we'll want to try to I hope re-energize them, but we're also going to have to reorient them. But the job here is to help people comply and go on with business and grow. I don't think I run into anybody who is opposed to effective environmental protection.
No, I think you're right.
But a lot of people have the very same tale of woe. I can't get an answer for a year and a half. The answer changes every time somebody else changes jobs, or it changes even with the same person in charge. Sort of no concept that time is money, or that the end goal is get it right and grow. Help is on the way.